Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's make sure. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. I want to talk about this Carolina Panthers versus the 49ers on Monday night for a few minutes here. I want to tell you the story of my lifetime as a Panthers fan. So, I have been a Panthers fan my whole life. Um, I started watching football back in 2017, now 8 years ago. In 2017, the Carolina Panthers went 11-5, and we lost in the wild card round. And then 2018, we started 6-2. This is what I would consider at this point to be the biggest primetime game in my life. Obviously, the wild card, it's different because that's the playoffs. But in terms of regular season game, the Panthers vs. Steelers is a really hyped up game, and that was my brother. And Panthers Steelers is so cool. We were going to was it Heinz Field? It was Heinz Field then, and we ended up getting routed. It was bad. Like they, Big Ben, their quarterback, put on like a historic performance against us. He threw more touchdowns than incompletions. I'm pretty sure. Cam Newton got hurt that day when he got hit in the shoulder by T.J. Watt, and we went from 6-2 to 7-9. And ever since that, we haven't. I don't have we had the 7-1 season since. I don't think so. I started my lifetime as a Panthers fan, 17-7, 17 wins, 7 losses, all the way to what we are today when we went 2-15 2 years ago and 5-12 the year before, last year, not the year before. I don't think I can emphasize how big this game is tomorrow. I've had to watch 7 years of bad Carolina Panthers football. The only game in that 7 year span that you could argue that has mattered to this extent is back in 2022 when we play. Was it? Yeah, it was 2022 when we played the Tampa Bay. We played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Week 17 with the division on the line, and that was Tom Brady's last one as an NFL player. We played that team. We were up double digits in the fourth quarter and lost. That loss was the reason we traded what we traded to get Bryce Young and set in motion the events that we have today. The 2025 Carolina Panthers have been rocky. We started 0-2, 1-2 then, 1-3, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, 5-5, and now we're 6-5. It's been win loss since we were 4-3. But we won three straight to even get there. Like, I don't think I can emphasize how back and forth this team has been. We go from losing 9-40 to the Bills to 16-13 in Green Bay, beating the Green Bay Packers, which were the number one seed in the NFC at that time. Now they're 6-3, and we don't know how great they are. But that was still a big win at the time. We were really the first team to beat them, besides the Browns week 2 when they kind of got lucky. Well, luck doesn't exist, but that's a whole different topic. I don't know how to explain this further. Not to mention the whole storyline of, think about it. If I was a fan of 2017, I watched the 2016 NFL draft, or would it be 2017? Either way, the year we went 11-5, we drafted Christian McCaffrey in the first round. So I watched us draft Christian McCaffrey, turn him into a superstar, almost win Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. And then in 2022, we traded Christian McCaffrey in the middle of nowhere. We just traded him to the San Francisco 49ers for a second, third, fourth, and I believe a fifth round pick the next year, if I remember the value correctly. I watched us trade who was our best player, and we rebuilt because of him. Like, he was the best player. I have his jersey in my room. I'm planning to wear his jersey tomorrow. Christian McCaffrey meant the world to me as a Panthers fan. I love Christian McCaffrey. I still do. I damn near, I'd say I was happy when we traded him because he wasn't going to have the chance to win anything here. When he got traded to the Niners, I like Kyle Shanahan. I thought he was going to do well there, and I was correct. He's been doing amazing for the 49ers. Still hurt losing a guy like that, though. But, like, tomorrow night, we have a chance to change everything. There's still a narrative of, is Bryce Young the guy? There's still a narrative of, are the Carolina Panthers even back? Is this a fluke? We're only beating bad teams. Are we really going to beat a good team? We don't even have to win tomorrow. I don't think that's understood. If we compete, play our ass off, I think that means just as much as a win. We just can't go in there, look unprepared, and get dog walked, or cat walked, I guess, because they're cats. Like, it is so important that we look presentable tomorrow. Everyone's watching. People have made these narratives about the Carolina Panthers in 2023 when we went 2-15. They still think Bryce Young's a bust, and Bryce Young has been inconsistent as hell. He's been inconsistent. It is hard to tell you week to week what quarterback you're getting. Are you getting the one that threw 130 yards against the New Orleans Saints, against a 1-8 Saints team? Or are you getting the one that just threw for 448 yards against what was statistically the number one pass defense in the whole NFL? Which one are you getting? We don't know. What Dave Canales has done here, though, in 2 years is insane. We went from 2-15 to a really respectable 5-12 when Bryce Young came back. We started winning more games, and now we're 6-5. He's went from 2-15 to 5-12 to 6-5. Canales, I believe, is the guy here. Snowball, what are you doing? He's licking my hand. But, like, I don't think I can emphasize enough what tomorrow means for us. We have a chance to prove every narrative about us right or wrong. We go in there, get blown out, it's the same old Panthers. No one's ever going to respect us until we do something they can't deny. We go in there and win. Can you even imagine what the headlines will be Tuesday morning? Can you even imagine? I can't. I truly can't. What else is there to say about this game? Obviously, playoff hopes are on the line. This is definitely the first game in a while that we've played that both teams really like. Oh my God, there's stakes here. There's real stakes. They're 7-4, 7-3. I think they're 7. I think the Niners are 7-3. No, they're 7-4. They're 7-4. We're 6-5. But like, we can play them and try to get the wild card spot. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost tonight. We now have the same record as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That means all we have to do is beat the Buccaneers twice and win an NFC, win either this week or next week. And next week we play the Rams, who I believe are the better team between the Niners and the Rams. I do think the Rams are a little better. I think they just beat them head to head actually, but that was Mac Jones. You know, it's a little different. And the Niners are down Fred Warner. You can see a middle name right there. They don't have him tomorrow. I don't think they have the rest of the year. I think he's on IR. But anyways, it is so important that we go out there and at least look good. We don't have to win tomorrow. We just have to go in there and look like we belong. Because we are building something here. I truly believe. I want to believe so bad. But right after we beat Green Bay, we lost to the Saints. And then when we lost to the Saints and it looks like we're done, we beat the Falcons. We need to see something consistently. I have no idea what Carolina Panthers are showing up tomorrow. I could not tell you. If we're getting the Panthers from last week, we're gonna win. I truly believe we can win tomorrow if we get the Panthers from last week. If we get the Panthers from the Saints game, there's no telling what that score will be. It could be 40-0, 40, 41, 42, something to nothing. Like, it's crazy. This team is probably the most bipolar football team I've ever seen. But I've also never seen the team that just has, I don't know what the word for it is, but they just fight back. They fight and they fight. It's honestly admirable. We were down 17 to the Dolphins. We came back and won. Bryce Young has had 4 game-winning drives, I believe, this year against the Dolphins, Cowboys, last week against the Falcons, and I believe Green Bay. Yeah, that's 4. Rico Dowdle has 2 200-yard games, which are insane. No one could have saw that coming. The way we've won this year has been dramatic and like top 5 wins of all time in my lifetime. I've been a fan since 2017. There's only so many good Panthers games in that span that aren't just Cam in the first 2 years. And when you're in the first 2 years and those, you don't know those are the good times. How was I supposed to know the Panthers are going to go 17-7 and then not having another 7-win season for the rest of till maybe this year we get 7 wins maybe? Like, it's insane. We have a chance to do something crazy tomorrow. And I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't think I could say it enough times. I genuinely don't. This game means everything to this team and myself, honestly. To go out there Monday night in San Francisco, funny enough, where Bryce Young and Teddy McMillan are from, I believe. I think they're from California, Pasadena. But like, It's an it's what an opportunity we have tomorrow. What an opportunity. Do you want it any other way? To go on the road and prove you belong? You want it, go take it. Everything the Panthers want to play for is right in front of them. All they have to do is go out there and take it. And on that note, I think I said all I needed to say, and I'm going to call it a VOD. I appreciate you for listening to me, and have a good day. There's no way. Did it record? Yeah, it recorded. Okay, I thought it didn't record. Any final? Oh yeah, final notes really quick. Here's my score prediction. I think we're going to lose 28-31. I think there's a situation where we go down like 14-31 and we come back 8-28-31 and we just run out of time. If that happens, I think I take it. I think I take it. Because that shows fight and that shows the dog. The keep pounding is our motto. That would be us, keep pounding. Like, yeah. My score prediction would be 28-31, 49ers win. Ideal world would be like, if we win, it'd probably be like 27-24. They could win something like 45-24 too, though. The Niners are hot on offense. I am scared. If we can't get stops, I'm worried. I'm going to be honest. If those first 2-3 drives and it's 14, 17, 21 points, we're in trouble. We're just in trouble. I don't think we have the offense to keep up with the Niners if that happens. But on that note, I will call it. Yeah. Good night, chat. Have a good day.